The wait is over. Today is the day that I take the historic sleeper train that runs between Chisinau and Bucharest. This train, called the Prietenia, is a Soviet-era train, and it was made famous worldwide by the Eurovision song Trenulețul from 2022. Arriving at the Chisinau train station, I handed over my keys to Dimitru so he could drive my car back to Cluj, and then I needed a restroom. And the Chisinau train station sure showed me that this is not a luxury thing I am doing. There are no super modern amenities. This train car is just how it was 40, 50 years ago. There are 4-bed and 2-bed cabins, and when you purchase your ticket, they do ask if you're male or female and organize you according to that. I booked both beds in a 2-bed cabin so I could have privacy. The train departed at 5:05 p.m. exactly and is scheduled to arrive in Bucharest at 6:47 a.m. While it was light out, I spent a bunch of time looking out the window, and also I did a little vintage photo shoot. My outfit drew the attention of other people that were taking the train just for the fun of doing it. I met several German train enthusiasts who said that the wagons on this train actually came from the former GDR. After I changed back into my 2025 attire, we all headed to the restaurant car for beers and wine and food. The restaurant car was run by the most wonderful and kind man. He was a highlight of the trip. He didn't want to be shown, but trust me, he was a gem. This was the meal that was available, and I bought a bottle of Cricova wine, and we ate meat, drank wine, and I even played them the song Trenulețul. At this point, I needed a restroom, so let me show you what it looks like on board the Prietenia. Now, it wasn't a surprise for me, but it might be for you. All of the drains, including the toilet, empty directly onto the tracks. Just a note, the entire train, well old, was very clean. At this point, we arrived at the border between Moldova and Romania. This is where they do passport control, but also this is a very exciting part of the journey for train enthusiasts. This is where the train has to have its wheels switched from Russian gauge to standard gauge because Moldova uses Russian gauge and Romania uses standard. You can see both sets here. The Russian tracks are the wider ones. To accomplish this, all of the wagons are disconnected and individually hoisted up. Oh, and they do this while we're on board. It is a multiple-hour process and very noisy. You can listen here. About 30 minutes after we finish switching tracks and get our passports back, we have another passport control for Romania in Iași, and then it is time to make your bed with the sheets and mattresses provided, and then it's off to bed for the night. If you can sleep, that is. The next morning, we arrived in Bucharest about an hour late, and it was time to say goodbye to the Prietenia. It was a really unique experience, and I highly recommend it.